This is a video on FlexiShield Cosmetic PPF. The focus of this video will be on properties and prep. Here are the tools you'll need in order to get a high quality install. Microfiber towels, distilled water, spray bottles, soap solutions, and IPA. Tools for removing hardware, cutting tools, including backup blades, squeegees with fresh buffers, application gloves, a tool belt, and it's recommended to get specialized tools like these Repu EZs, also a steamer, ire heater, and a heat gun. The workspace should be well lit, clean, and between 60 and 75 degrees Fahrenheit. The first step of prep is to wash the car the day before, as well as remove any hardware. The amount of hardware to remove can be determined by the skill level of the installer and also the color of the vehicle, black being the easiest to wrap while white being harder. Key hardware that should be removed are mirrors, door handles, window molding, also antenna, as well as front lights, back lights, emblems, and license plate. Now we move on to cleaning. Always wear rubber gloves for protection. First, spray the car with a general cleaner, like soap and water. Wipe off the dirt with a highly absorbent microfiber towel. Be sure to clean areas also that aren't getting wrapped. Next up is to clay bar the vehicle. This will make the surface optimally smooth and avoid any imperfections on the final finish. Once the clay barring process is done, always absorb the soapy residue with a microfiber towel. And the final step of cleaning is to wipe it down with a degreaser like 70% isopropyl alcohol. Wipe the main surface thoroughly, then be sure to open areas like this hood or doors, then clean behind all the edges as the film will be wrapped here. Do a 360 degree loop to get 100% coverage. And since the coverage will be on all the corners as well, a good tip is to apply a touch of adhesive promoter to each corner to ensure long-term hold. This is primarily due to the thickness of the FlexiShield Cosmetic PPF. The final result of the cleaning should be a pristine surface for the FlexiShield Cosmetic PPF to hold to. After cleaning, it's important to do a pre-inspection to look for any defects in the paint. Document the vehicle information, then closely look at the surface. Record any damage on the pre-inspection sheet for any warranty claims. Another good tip is to note when a section is fully cleaned in order to ensure high workflow and not missing an area. Now we move on to the properties of the material, and we begin with understanding the different categories of the cosmetic PPF. There is the DM category, which stands for Diamond Flake. There is the CL, which is for Clear or Gloss category. There is the SP category, which has special styles and unique colors. HG stands for High Glitter, and there is also a Gloss Carbon cosmetic PPF as well. And here's very detailed technical information. And for install, it's very important to note that it's 8mm thick. It comes with a cap sheet, and to avoid any static charge, spray the cap sheet with an anti-static spray first, then remove the cap sheet. Once removed, the true gloss face can be seen. The adhesive has an air egress feature, which helps avoid any bubbles during the install. The initial tack, once the liner is released, is very high in the surface, and tips on how to make the install easier will now follow. This section on the hood has been divided into 3 areas. The one on the left is untreated, the one in the middle will get covered with a low-tack solution that is sprayed on, and the third section will get a low-tack solution that will be wiped on. And the solution being used is safe for the adhesive, no solvents or alcohol. Everything is allowed to dry for a few minutes, and the film on the untreated section tacks very strong and is extremely hard to pick off the surface, which can lead to difficult installs. The section that was sprayed doesn't grip nearly as bad as the untreated area, but is still medium difficult to pick back up. The section that was wiped on allows the film to easily glide on the surface, and once it's squeegeed on the surface, notice how easily it picks back up off. This will allow the installers to work at a faster pace and avoid adhesive lines. And note that when all 3 pieces are heated, which activates the adhesive, they all pick up off the surface with the same strength. So, the low-tack solutions won't affect the final adhesion. And even though FlexiShield Cosmetic PPF is a TPU film, it behaves differently than regular clear PPF. Here the standard PPF is heated and stretched, and see how quickly it snaps. The FlexiShield Cosmetic PPF is heated in the exact same way, and when it stretches, there is no tearing. The film comes with a special self-healing top coat, which means when heat is added, the scratches disappear and the gloss finish can return. This means that when scratches appear on the wrap, sunshine will take it back to gloss. The top coat is also stain and chemical resistant, so even if the top coat gets bird droppings on it that get baked on, in most cases, they can easily be cleaned away. For recessed areas like this door handle cup, it's important to note that even though it is a TPU film, in some ways it behaves like a PVC film, which means that, as you can see here, if it's heated, it will shrink back to its original shape. This means that for all recessed areas where the film is formed in, it should be post-heated up to a temperature between 220 and 230 degrees Fahrenheit. This gets the adhesive bonded to the surface, plus it reduces the memory of the film, so it'll hold the surface better, as you can see here. Heat is added, and the shape of the cup remains. Note that the top coat has a low surface energy, which makes it easy to clean. And when cleaning, be sure to use products that are safe for TPU film. Be sure to clean the car on a regular basis in order to maintain the high gloss finish. And to make it even easier to maintain, it's highly recommended to add a ceramic coating on top as well. This will help protect the top coat, maintain that high gloss finish, and make it much easier for your clients to maintain the wrap. It's very important to use a ceramic coating that is safe for TPU film, apply it in the recommended way, and always be sure to allow it to outgas for the recommended time. And as you can see here, once it's done, it creates a very low surface energy, which is fantastic for the client. When it comes time to remove the wrap, always be sure to do so within warranty. All heat sources are effective for removals, with steam being preferred. Work in manageable areas to keep the film warm, and when the removal is entirely done, it's highly recommended to go over the main surface area with steam one more time, as this will soften any minor adhesive residue left behind, and then it can be simply wiped away. For more information, to find distributors, and to see other how-to videos, be sure to go to FlexiShield.com. This has been an installation tip and trick video, proudly produced by the Wrap Institute.